Hi everybody, Andrew Cuneo here. Today I'm going to try another new standard deck. This deck, I can't say I have high expectations for. It's going to be somewhere between a prank and a calamity. So I wanted to make a deck that would try out this card, Rankle's Prank, which is, it does a lot. So it's sort of a powerful effect, but how you use it in a deck to your advantage, kind of hard to say. Like, you want to be using it to make people sack 2 creatures. You don't really want to have creatures in play, and making both people lose 4 life is really powerful, but kind of it probably belongs more in a burn deck. So this is, I've tried to make like a red-black burn, mostly creatureless deck. And I decided to also try to take advantage of Beseech the Mirror, which I think is a card that probably isn't going to find much of a home in Standard, but this is me giving it a try. So I needed stuff to bargain away, that's where Okiba, Reckoner Raid, and Hopeless Nightmare come in. They kind of fit in this burn theme, and they give you something to sack. I also have Vampire's Kiss, which is not a very good card, but fits in that same theme. Then I've got some Lightning Strikes. And this card, which has been around forever and nobody really played, Hungry for More. So it's, if the 3/1s just get to connect, you do sort of get to drain 6 from your opponent for 1 card, which is quite good in the burn deck. Of course, you're making tokens and trying to hit them with tokens, so like that, it's not completely reliable. It is nice that it has flashback though, just because, you know, if you wind up having to discard some cards from your hand to Rankle's Prank, it's nice if they have flashback so you can use them later. We've got Prophetic Prisms here, which is probably looking a little bit weird. It is a card you can bargain away, but then we get to the second half of this deck. It's also an Invoke Calamity deck, which Invoke Calamity is a pretty powerful card that certainly has never really seen much play, much less than Invoke Despair, which has been banned. The idea here is that Invoke Calamity, like if you're flashing back a Rankle's Prank and, you know, Lightning Strike or Vampire's Kiss, one of those things, that is actually a pretty powerful spell. You can also flashback Beseech the Mirror. I think you can't, does it cast this? Yeah, I think you could bargain if you were Invoke Calamity and you Beseech the Mirror. So this is kind of why I have Prophetic Prism in my deck. I'm playing a quadruple red and a triple black spell. If you look at the lands, I have the 12 lands you would expect. And then I've also have Tramway Station, which is a tapped red-black land you can sack to draw a card. And some red-black cycling lands. So the mana's rough in this one. Rounding out the deck, there's a couple of tutor targets for Beseech. So I do have 1 Sheoldred, which I think this is mostly going to be useful in games where you've kind of emptied your opponent's hand with Rankle's Prank, and then you get a Sheoldred. 1 Sorin, it's a pretty good card to be able to tutor for. 1 Liliana of the Veil, 1 Sheoldred's Edict. And 1 Burn Down the House. It's a little bit awkward. You can't Beseech for Burn Down the House and get to play it for free because, you know, it's 5 CMC. Looking at the sideboard, I do have Razorlash Transmogrants to give you a persistent damage source against a more controlling deck and some duresses. And then I wanted to try Life of Toshiro Umezawa, mostly against like a white weenie deck, I would think. The third part of this, when it turns into the creature, does actually help you with your mana problems, which is kind of nice. And it's also an enchantment you can bargain away to Beseech the Mirror. I thought it had a lot of little synergies there. And I've got Parasitic Grasps in my sideboard to help me out if I'm playing against Mono Red. And some Soul Guide Lanterns over Unlicensed Hearse because this deck doesn't really have enough creatures, I think, to make the Hearse good. All right, so I'm going to try this out. I will say, before I started recording this, I did play 2 matches and I actually won 1 of them. So as bad as this looks, it's not completely hopeless. But let's find out. This hand does not have enough land. I meant to mulligan. All right, then. Would we get rid of Talion? This card looks pretty good to me. I haven't seen many people cast it yet. That seems kind of impressive. Uh-oh. What are they going to take? My cards are all so good. They took a Rankle's Prank. I think that failing the mulligan probably was a mistake. We can move on. I think I want some Duresses. Maybe over these Vampire's Kisses. I have 2 lands this time. That's progress. Having to play Prophetic Prism off of tapped lands is brutal. I think it's still worth getting the Akiba Gang readout to start. Ooh. I guess I'm not in a hurry to play Hungry for More. I'm going to save it as a surprise. Oh, the stun counters prevent it from untapping. I've been confused how this card works. It's 1 and a blue, you remove a stun counter. They keep taking all my Rankle's Pranks. I don't like it. Been hoping to play a prank on my opponent and it keeps failing. Ooh. I think I'm actually just going to kill this thing. The way the fairy deck works, it's... A lot of their cards are pretty horrible if they can't have a fairy in play. Of course, if they play that Talion card next turn, I'm probably going to lose. Talion on 2 would not be healthy for me. I would need to draw a good spell. Halo Forager for Duress? That's not that big of a deal. Are you hungry for more, opponent? This card really should be an instant. Massager. Please not duress me again. We'll go with all modes. What do we get? 230 Fencings. Okay. So they have to have somebody hang back to block my Hungry for More. I like it. Okay. This thing's kind of annoying. Gets in the way of my Rankle's pranks. They kept a one-lander this time. I guess they kept a one-lander that they knew they were going to get a surveil. From the Fairy Dream Feed. They probably didn't want to mulligan because they were like, I'm just going to have to discard all my cards to Rankle's prank anyway. It makes sense. Sad Besiege. What am I looking for? Maybe it's just a Rankle's prank. Oh, I didn't even get to reveal to them the calamity that was about to ensue. Alright, I'm going to maul the one-lander this time. I learned my lesson, or at least I've decided I'm not going to misclick. Keep... Sheoldred is off-theme for my deck. I'm going to put that on the bottom. I need this Prophetic Prism to ensure I'll be able to invoke Calamity when necessary. Now they're playing a red-themed deck. I would like my Sheoldred back, please. Spell that does something. Liliana will do something in a turn.
Get in my way tend to regret it.
Make them sack, then they'll probably use an attack to kill the Liliana. Then I'll make them sack 2 creatures and probably will both discard. Maybe not. It'll depend on what I think.
Fine.
How I feel
I'll
about
take
my hand.
Zombies and leave.
Oh. Change of plans. Sadly, they scried to the top, which probably means they get the lands, and they're maybe going to play a 3rd creature. Hopefully not, though. I think I'm going to keep my Invoke Calamity. 4, but they're going to have nothing. I like it when my opponent has nothing. Lame. On land. It gives me hope for next turn. If I don't die. I think I die to most non-land cards, though. Definitely die to that. Alright, I've got my sideboard Parasitic Grasps for this matchup. I'll be able to burn down the house. Some of these will keep a Reckoner raids. My mana's perfect. You just have to play all tap lands, and then you can play in both Calamity and Beseech the Mirror together. Need to draw that 1 mana they discard. That card's good. I did it. Hooray. I think I'm going to play an untapped land here just to make sure I can play a removal spell on their creature. They didn't even play a creature. Lame. I'm not getting hit by a Thundering Raiju. Thundering Kaiju, whatever it's called. I've used enough burn that next turn I might just put Sheoldred into play. Yeah, we're definitely going to just play Sheoldred. Slurp. It's a bargain. It's weird that this card has Scry when I have to imagine, at least in Constructed, the overwhelming majority of the time it's bargained away. It's going to be because you're playing Beseech the Mirror off of it, making the Scry useless. Ready for a raid. I'm gonna keep a Reckoner raid. Gonna be killing something. I think most of their 3-drops that they would be playing with would have haste. Slurp. Untapped land, please. It's not bad, though. If I had drawn an untapped land, I would have just played Rankle's Prank. Here, I think we're playing Sheoldred. They have one card in their hand. It's either a land or it's an instant / sorcery. If it's Nahiri's Warcrafting, it's kind of annoying, but I think there's a lot of other things it could be. If it's Squeed, it's kind of whatever. Don't want to have my Sheoldred die to Lightning Strike. Are you hungry for more, opponent? So if they have Lightning Strike, and they shoot one of these, going to 11 now, I'll be at 14. Yeah, I think it's fine to alpha here. Probably need to be playing some exile, like 1 mana removal. I guess Trapped Torch the Tower, is that the name of the card? Stuff like Squee and Phoenix Chick is pretty good against Rankle's Prank. So if they don't jump here, they die.
Under my neither vampire nor shoot. You fight for me now.
I feel like I tried my hardest to make a not very good deck, and Sheoldred is still carrying it. These lands are so awkward. I guess I'm going to lead on this, and then I'll just play Prophetic Prism probably next turn, and turn 3 I can play Lightning Strike. Plus I keep a Reckoner Raid. It's a black-green deck. Missed a land drop. It has blue cards in it. Just gonna play this Lightning Strike now. I kind of want it to go to... I want to cast it because the way my deck is built, when I play Invoke Calamity, I'm mostly going to be casting a 4-mana card off of it. So having the 2-mana card already in my graveyard is nice.
For the sake of all innocent, my will must be fulfilled. You deal with this annoyance.
I'm jumping.
My ways are not for the weak.
It was a prank all along. What did I get? 2 copies of Return from the Wilds. Okay. Third Migration. So I think I can invoke to Rankle's Prank again. And Lightning Strike a token. So I guess I want to plus this first.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Well, that's not sporting.
Tragedy befalls us all.
I can still win if I draw Rankle's Prank. Can they kill me? 10. Yeah. Oh, was that post-combat that I made that? That's not very good. I thought I was going to win that game. I did screw up that last turn to miss one top deck, but... What are my bad cards? Maybe these Lightning Strikes are bad in this matchup. Sheoldred's Edict's probably pretty bad. Probably just want these. And Duress. Goodbye, Hungry for More.
I don't drop it. have things we
I'm expecting to play Rankle's Prank next turn, so I'm just gonna plus and leave them with the creature. And then next turn, hopefully I draw a land. I just play a land, plus the Liliana and
You
Rankle's
chose
Prank.
the wrong day to cross me.
I guess the other thing that could happen is if I draw a land, I could plus the Liliana, pitch the Rankle's Prank, and then I just get a free Vampire's Kiss. That's not a land.
You won't be
Still worth
outsmarting
playing the
me.
Rankle's Prank just to get them to empty-handed. They have 4 non-basics, so this thing's cheap to bring back. Hopefully they didn't top deck a Traxa. Yeah. It's not a Traxa, maybe it's pretty annoying.
Ugh, I really don't have time for you. I'm tired of your secrets.
Both these games I thought I was going to win, and then they just swung completely. That was like they had a 2-turn window to just draw something decent, I guess. That's not going to help me. These stupid 4/4s. Getting in the way of my hunger for mores. That's bad. Them having a, well, they have a creature and they have an ability to draw 3. Thought it was maybe if I top deck Rankle's Prank next turn. You know, maybe they play a land and Rankle's Prank still gets me out of this. No. Alright, that was a shellacking. I'm always disappointed that this thing doesn't have haste when it transforms. I'm just too used to Kamano faces Kakazan. Yikes, this is a lot of stuff. A lot of things happening to me here. I don't know if they're good. Guess I have to get Shieldred. I'm just not going to beat the Squee without it. Should I get it next turn, maybe? After we both discard twice? I don't think so. Shieldred and Prey. Six, 8, 11. Really should not have attacked with this. Izumi Rogue's Captain. I think I would have lost the lightning strike even if I had held the Nezumi Road Captain back to block. Alright, this is where the sideboard kicks in though. The grasps. I bored out last time. I boarded out some Akiba Reckoner raids. It's a hopeless nightmare opponent. Just give up. It's hopeless. And it's a nightmare. Oh, I gotta stoke the flames. Not bad. Yeah, you get something good. Probably going to want to cast Rankle's Prank next turn. I'm going to Blood Away a Swarm. Or actually, it'll Blood Away Beseech the Mirror. Whoa! I can't beat that card. Somebody told me to expect an Urabrask's Forge. Guess I just have to burn them out quick. Not good. So if I draw an untapped land, I can play Akiba Reckoner Raid and Rankle's Prank, all 3 modes. I'd hope. Is that a plan? We'll be dealing 4 to us, and yeah, this doesn't seem like it's going to work. Let's go for it. I don't think there's really a plan where I beat Urabrask's Forge in any reasonable way. Go down to 8. They're going to go down to 7. I'm going to go down to 4. I'm going to be at 6. If I'd drawn Hungry for More, maybe that would have done something. Pretty sure Prophetic Prism's not going to do it. I wonder if I'd drawn Invoke Calamity, if that actually would have done it. That might have, because I think I could have invoked Calamity to Rankle's Prank on their turn. And Vampire's Kiss, maybe? I don't know. Alright, I'm defeated. Alright, so what do we learn? I wasn't expecting this deck to be good, and in truth it wasn't. Rankle's Prank felt powerful at times. The whole rest of my deck was so clunky, though, that it was kind of hard to take advantage of. I think the Invoke Calamities were really bad. Like, it seems like it would be a powerful thing to top deck after you've kind of Rankle's Pranked to wipe everybody out, but it makes the mana horrible, and mean, I didn't really have colored problems. The problem is I had to play so many tap lands and prophetic prisms in my deck. And the other problem with this card is that it's pretty awkward to have in your hand before you Rankle's Prank, because it's hard to keep enough resources so you can not discard this. Yeah, I think that the Invoke Calamities were bad. I wonder if there's a better way to build this deck. The problem is you want to be emptying your hand early before you cast Rankle's Prank. Like, you want to be playing stuff that either affects your opponent's hand or affects the board, but you don't want it to be creatures. And I'm not sure how many of those cards exist in Standard. Like, maybe it would be better to play more Liliana of the Veils. Those seemed kind of powerful. I'm not sure what, like, how are you supposed to be winning the game if you're not burning your opponent? Because part of you do want to take advantage of the fact that you can make people lose force some of the time. So I don't know, maybe there are other cheap permanents like that are enchantments or artifacts that you could play. Maybe Urabrask's Forge would be good, honestly. That probably would be better. Like, this deck would probably be better if you just cut these goofy red cards and just put Urabrask's Forges in the deck. That might be the best. That might be the best thing. Maybe there are other good things. I don't know. Leave a comment if you have any ideas on how to work on this, because as bad as it was, it didn't seem completely hopeless. So maybe other people have an idea for how to make it work better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.